In 1805, Britain stood as the world's preeminent naval power, with 136 ships of the line and 110,000 men at sea. Amid the Napoleonic Wars, the Royal Navy was Britain's wooden walls, protecting the homeland from invasion, projecting force into Europe, and crippling enemy trade while safeguarding its own. The Navy's dominance was pivotal in isolating and seizing overseas colonies, undermining enemy economies, and sustaining Britain's allies. This chapter sets the stage for the Royal Navy's strategic importance, highlighted by its decisive victory at the Battle of Trafalgar, where HMS Victory played a starring role. HMS Victory, a first-rate ship of the line, was constructed during the 7 Years' War to bolster British naval power. Designed by Sir Thomas Slade, construction began in 1759 at Chatham Royal Dockyard. Built from approximately 6,000 trees, primarily British oak, with elm, pine, fir, and spruce, Victory was launched in 1765. Renowned for its firepower, 104 guns, and exceptional speed and handling, it was considered a masterpiece of naval architecture. This chapter explores Victory's construction and early years, setting the foundation for its legendary status. Although Victory missed the 7 Years' War, it saw action during the American War of Independence, leading the capture of a French convoy off Ushant in 1778. During the Revolutionary Wars, it served as the British flagship during the blockade of Toulon and as Admiral Jervis's flagship at the Battle of Cape St. Vincent in 1797. By then, aged 32 and beyond its expected lifespan, Victory faced the threat of being converted into a prison hulk. This chapter recounts its early battles and the challenges of maintaining an aging warship. Saved from obscurity, Victory underwent a major 3-year refit starting in 1800, costing more than its original construction. Returning to service in 1803 as Vice Admiral Nelson's flagship, it was primed for its defining moment. This chapter details the extensive restoration that revitalized Victory, preparing it for its historic role at Trafalgar and cementing its place in naval legend. On October 21, 1805, HMS Victory led the British fleet to a crushing victory against the combined French and Spanish fleets off Cape Trafalgar. With 820 men and 104 guns, Victory's broadsides were devastating, contributing to the enemy's catastrophic losses. This chapter vividly describes the battle, Nelson's leadership, and the tragic moment when he was fatally wounded on the quarterdeck, carried to the orlop deck where he died. Trafalgar secured British naval supremacy for the remainder of the Napoleonic Wars. HMS Victory was a marvel of engineering, a floating fortress designed for war. This chapter explores its structure: 3 masts, foremast, mainmast, mizzenmast, with 37 sails, 26 miles of rigging, and copper-sheathed hulls to protect against shipworm. The ship's decks, FOCSLE, quarterdeck, gun decks, and orlop each served distinct purposes, from command to combat to crew quarters. With a crew of 820, from admirals to ship's boys, Victory operated as a self-contained community. This chapter breaks down its design and the roles of its crew. Life at sea was governed by routine, marked by the ship's bell and divided into watches. Crew members, from topmen to waisters, performed specialized tasks, while the cosmopolitan crew included volunteers and impressed sailors from various nations. Discipline was harsh, with floggings for minor offenses and execution for severe crimes like mutiny. Yet, the crew's skill and morale, bolstered by sufficient food and naval tradition, made Victory a formidable force. This chapter delves into the daily life, discipline, and camaraderie aboard. Combat at sea required meticulous preparation and strategy. Victory's 104 guns, including 32-pounders and carronades, made it a powerhouse. Battles began with broadsides, often at close range, with tactics like raking to maximize destruction. British crews, trained for speed and accuracy, outperformed their rivals. This chapter covers naval warfare techniques, from sail management to gunnery, and the brutal realities of battle, including boarding actions and the chaos of the gun decks. Victory's crew was a diverse hierarchy: 15 commissioned officers, 21 midshipmen, 43 clerks and stewards, 69 petty officers, 212 able seamen, 193 ordinary seamen, 87 landsmen, 142 Royal Marines, and 31 ship's boys. Led by bold commanders like Nelson, the crew's experience and discipline were key to Victory's success. This chapter profiles the crew's composition, roles, and the challenges of impressment, highlighting their resilience and unity. After the Napoleonic Wars, Victory was placed in reserve and later served as a flagship in Portsmouth. Narrowly escaping scrapping, it became a museum ship in 1928. Today, it undergoes a 10-year conservation project to preserve its 250-year-old structure, remaining open to visitors at Portsmouth's Historic Dockyard. This chapter reflects on Victory's enduring legacy as the world's oldest commissioned warship and a symbol of Britain's naval heritage. HMS Victory remains a living monument to the age of sail, open to the public at Portsmouth's Historic Dockyard. Visitors can witness ongoing conservation work and explore Britain's maritime history at nearby Royal Museums, Greenwich. This epilogue provides practical information for visiting and emphasizes Victory's role as a testament to naval warfare and exploration.